we're going to be learning how to crack a slab. We're also going to be looking at why this 2002 Charizard only graded a 4 with ACE. Under initial microscope inspection, all I can really see is some dirt, but it's kind of hard to tell when it's inside the slab. So I'd like to send this off for regrading. I think with PSA, I'm confident that we could lift some of the dirt off. It's a bit of a risk, as everyone will know, but it's a risk that I want to take. So lots of people will crack slabs using a bottle opener. Always better with a red wine cork stuck in it, but my bottle opener doesn't have that nifty little lip on the inside there, so I really struggle to get any purchase. I have seen some people do it with a screwdriver, but I like to use my trusty Leverman. If I open it up here and then pull out the can opener tool, which is this one. Now I know not everyone has a Leverman, but this is my preferred weapon of choice. You might not have a Leverman, but you probably have a can opener. So let's have a little look here and see if this wants to play ball. Now this obviously is a risk, but this is from my personal collection. I don't mind. The bits flying off all over the place. Now we're just trying to free it up here. Bits flying all over the place. Attack the corners first. I'll have to get the sweeping brush out after this. Should really be wearing safety goggles. Now the reason why I like doing it like this is that there's no massive cracks involved, so you're much less likely to risk damaging the card itself. So it's a little bit slower than the more traditional way. I do not want to risk damaging the card. Making a right mess of my work area here. Just going all the way around. Safety squints. this mess. Even under the macro. All this to one side. Right. As you can see, we've made a good and proper mess of the slab. We'll keep going out. I'm going to attack up here. We're in. It might take a little bit longer than the more traditional methods, but that's the way I like to do it. There we go, no going back now. Let's have a tidy up, shall we? Rest in peace, Slab. There we go. Now we definitely need to make sure all of this detritus and broken plastic is away from our work areas. Fantastic thing about the cotton gloves is that they pick up absolutely any sharp object. Alright, let's remove it from this penny sleeve. Don't take a glove off. Glove stain on this hand, you're not looking at my hands. But you can look at the card. In focus. Can we get into focus? So an approximating focus at least, while I don my other glove. We no longer have a naked hand. There we go. Oh, cool card. First impression out of the slab and the sleeve. It's dirty. Almost no shine at all. The corners don't look too bad. Bit of whitening along the top, slightly lifted up here. Let's have a look under the macro lens. There's a tiny bit of dirt in the top left corner, just here. Seems to be another piece here. And here. So I would, not the best corner in the world. Some more. A little bit more. But the Charizard himself. That doesn't seem to be in too bad a condition. Will I regret cracking this slab? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. I think we will get straight to giving it a clean. Struggling to focus the camera today for some reason. Wonder why that is. Sorry about this. I'll have to cut this portion out. Why are you not focusing? Focused here. Ta-da! There you are, focused. Right, let's get to cleaning. So, going to start off with the mirror coat, as always, by Collectibles. Do like this product. Really good. Bit of shake. Using a clean microfiber cloth, as always. Let's see what we can do. It would be quite funny if the card only scored a 4, because a couple of pieces of dirt which we're able to lift relatively easily. That would be the dream. So it's already coming back up very nicely. Yeah, I can see that some of those blemishes have lifted already. I've got a feeling that this could have been a wise decision after all. That's why my camera wasn't focused, because it seems to be on autofocus. That was tremendously better already. Let's go to the microscope. Try a bit of focus here. Right. Let's have a little look, see if that will disappear. See this here? I won't move quite yet. That blemish there is still there. That blemish there is still there. Some tiny micro scratches across the hollow. That bit there. Right, so she's definitely not perfect. But there's certainly room for improvement. Now let's try going over with one of these little pads. Giving it a thorough clean on the front, targeting the specific areas where we know there is dirt. Very cool card, this one. Maybe not as iconic as some of the other Charizards, but it's hard not to like. It's got quite a 90s 3D design to it, even though it came out in the early 2000s. Just going to give the back side of the card a bit of a clean. See the dirt coming off. What do people call it? Pokemold? Just call it dirt. Alright, let's go over here. That blemish is still there. So is this one. As is this one. So potentially these are not dirt particles, these are true blemishes. Let's attack them under the microscope a little bit, shall we? Where is this one? Where is this one? Okay, it's going to be stubborn like that. I think we will give it a bit of a polish and see what that does. So for that I'm going to apply some Experiment 626 to the card from Coat Vectables. Apply it mainly to the holographic area. And I am going to very gently use one of these polishing pads. I've been lighter than light, literally just the weight of the pad. We'll go to the target areas. Very gently. How are we looking? Better already, I'd say. Let's see what effect that's had on the microscope. Right, so fantastic, that blemish is gone completely. That one is still there. Nothing else up here. Still that piece of damage in the wing. And the blemish down that side is completely gone as well. Damage seems to have reduced. Any holographic scratching as well. Alright, fantastic. Right, there's that there. Can we see that with the naked eye? Are we in focus? Looking a lot better. Right, let's go over here. We can still see that under the micro lens, just above the 120. I'm thinking a tiny drop. Oh, that's a bit bigger than a tiny drop, but alright, we've got that on there. Now, we've got to be so careful now. If this polish starts to change colour at all, we need to stop immediately. Move it, start it up here and draw it over so we can see where we're actually wanting to polish. And look at that, right, that's it. It's gone. Wonderful. Let's get this wiped off. Outstanding. It's gone. Let's just check under the microscope. So we had top left, we had some there, we had some there above the 120. That's all clean. All down this side is clean. A little bit of that. Top of the finger. A bit down there. Right. Let's have a look on this bottom part of the card, see if we can see it on this camera lens here. There we go, just there. Right, let's do what we've done before. Start off with a small drop of polish. And then we are going to drag a little bit over to the target area. Gently. And that appears to have cleaned that up. Wipe off. And we'll re-inspect under the microscope. And we're clear. same again. Just here. Right. Tiny bit more polish. That was in the target area, that part was so difficult to see. Gently. Appears to have gone. Another wipe. Another check under the microscope. We are all clear. Some damage across the image part of the card, but there's not really anything we can do about that. Right, so now, really pleased with that. So we've got rid of all of the grime, we've got rid of some of the scratching on the hollow. There's still the original damage, but at least now it's clean. Yeah, let's give it the final stage now. A little bit of a spruce up. Some dazzling gleam from coat wet tools again. See, when you are trying to restore your cards, it can pay dividends to persist a little bit of the polish rather than just giving it one wipe over and saying, oh, it's not coming out. But you do have to be ever so careful when working with the polish, especially with the polishing blocks and those firm Q-tips, because you can quite quickly take off too much material. Get most of this wiped off. Don't really want to do anything else to the card. Be quite sympathetic with this work. Just touching up what we can. Let's have a look. Right. That looks so much better. So much better. Right, so before we graded a 4 with ACE. There's the evidence. You've all seen me crack the slab. What do you think we'll get now? Be nice if it bumped up an entire grade, if we went up to a 5. I can't see it being any higher than that, really. Do we send it back to ACE now? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Should we send it to ACE or should we send it to PSA with the other cards that we are considering, well, not considering anymore, that we will be sending off to PSA? So let me know in the comments. ACE, PSA, let me know what grade you think it's going to get. Thank you.